Hello everyone, it's Sam here, and since it's finally October and the spooky month almost of Halloween, or if you watch this on Halloween, happy Halloween, today I am going to be recommending some witch films and movies, so let's get started. Today I'm dressed as a witch, so all spooky ooky. How I'm going to do this, I'm going to start with animated witch films, then to less scary to super scary to like terrifying. So let's get started. So the first film I have to recommend is Scary Godmother Halloween Spooktacular, and there is a sequel called Jimmy's Revenge. This is about a girl named Hannah Marie, and she's terrified of Halloween, and her cousin and her friends put her into the spook house to scare her, and she starts crying. Then Scary Godmother comes along, shows her how not to be scared of Halloween monsters, also witches, and all that kind of stuff. So basically shows her the ways of not being afraid of monsters and also enjoying Halloween. So it's really cute. I really love this movie. It's adorable. It's so funny too. The next film I have to recommend is Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. This is about when Scooby Gang meets up with a famous writer, Ben Ravencroft, and they go to the New England fair, like Salem kind of thing. But it turns out there's a possible undead ghost of a witch haunting the place, and also we get to meet the Hex Girls in this movie, and that's all I'll say because I do not want to spoil this movie at all. I absolutely love this movie. It's so funny. Next film I have to recommend is Paranorman. Paranorman is about this kid named Norman. He can see dead ghosts, anything creepy basically he can see, and his uncle tells him he has to read The Witch a bedtime story before all hell basically breaks loose. So you have like zombie attacks from like the colonial time period, the witch that needs to put her spirit back to rest, and all this stuff. So it's hilarious, it's creepy, and it's funny. I absolutely love this. And last but not least, animated film to recommend is Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's Delivery Service is about this girl named Kiki who is training to become a witch, and she goes on her way to become a witch and try her best, and also helps out a delivery service at the same time. So it's really cute. I don't want to say nothing else because it would spoil it, so yeah. Now on to the spookier ones. Excuse me. So next film I have to recommend, probably everybody heard because it's such a good movie, is Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is about these group of kids decided to go to the old museum to light the black candle. The three witches come back to seek the revenge of sucking the lives out of children to become younger and live on forever. That's pretty much the best way to sum this up without spoiling anything. So that's all I would pretty much say. It's an excellent movie. Please watch this. It's so good. The next film I have to recommend is actually 3 films here. It's Halloween Town. So we have Halloween Town, Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, and Halloween Town High, which is the 3rd one. So Halloween Town is about this girl named Marnie. It turns out she's actually a witch, and her grandmother tells her, but her mother wants her to live as a normal everyday human girl. So she decides to go to Halloween Town to finally become a witch and also help Halloween Town because Halloween Town is in danger and things are going wrong. That's pretty much all I'll say because I don't want to spoil it. Second one has something to do with what happened in the first one. That's all I'll say. And the third one is when monsters try going to human high school and something strange happens. So that's all I'll say about these three. But I really recommend these three. Really cute. Need a little refreshment here. Okay. Next films are The Twitches. Twitches and Twitches 2. This is about these two twin sisters that found out they're witches and twin sisters, and they finally found out who their mother is and figure out why they're witches and somehow why they're twins. So it's a really cute movie. You get to find out how things happen and everything. That's pretty much all I would say, because if I explain the second one, it'll spoil the first one. So, but I really recommend this. It's really cute and funny. The next movie is The Good Witch. The Good Witch is about this cop who... I'm trying to explain it where I don't spoil it. Okay, this cop whose wife passed away, and he's trying to help out his family and his kids. Then all of a sudden, the Gray Lady's house now has an owner, and mystical things are going on, and the town thinks the Gray Lady's back, or there is a witch in the town. So that's pretty much all I'll say, because I do not want to spoil this movie. This is a really good movie. I absolutely loved it. It's just so good. This is also a film series and a TV series if you guys want to check that out. But I really suggest watching the first film, or none of it will make sense, really. So I really recommend this. Then we have The Witches. Excuse me. The Witches is about this little boy and his grandma go to this British hotel, try to live in Britain after the accident that happened to his parents. So she's trying to raise them, but it turns out there's witches at the hotel, and the Grand High Witch has a plan to turn all children into rats and mice and get rid of all the children in the world. So they're trying to fight off the Grand High Witch and all her witch minions. It's a really cool movie. I really love this movie. So I really suggest this one. It is totally creepy. It's amazing. The next one I have to recommend is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is about Elvira quitting her show host job because she's sick and tired of her her sleazeball boss. That's what she calls in the movie. Then she finds out she has a relative in Massachusetts that passed away, and now she's got to get inheritance of a house, a mysterious dog, and a book that might contain spells. So this is basically when Elvira finds out a big secret in her family, and it has something to do with witches. So if you've seen this movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please watch this. It's hilarious. It's amazing. The next film I have to recommend is The Witches of Eastwick. The Witches of Eastwick is about these three single women who are down on their luck looking for the perfect man. Then somehow, after they talked about it on a girls' night all together, somehow this strange, unusual man shows up into town and is the perfect man they ever seen. Then they keep saying certain things and they keep coming true. So they the three girls keep finding out they actually have magic powers. And something is completely off of the new guy that showed up. So yeah, this is pretty much what this is about. It's absolutely funny. So it's really good. That's pretty much all I say. I don't want to spoil it too much. The next film I have to recommend is The Craft. One of my favorites of all time. The Craft is about this girl named Sarah who moves to a new school in a new town. The school is a church school, so they have nuns and everything. But these three girls are so outcasted. They pretty much take her under her wing, and they think she's their fourth in their witch covenant. Then they find out the magic is more possible now by having her in it, and crazy stuff happens. That's pretty much all I'll say. I will not say anymore, really. But it's really good. Next one I have to recommend is Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. This is Hansel and Gretel in their older years. Instead of this killing off that one witch that was in the cabin, they start killing off all witches. They become witch hunters and try to save the world. That's the best way to sum this up. But it's freaking awesome. It's action-packed, and the witches look cool in this movie. So, the next one I have to recommend is The Skeleton Key. This is about this girl who becomes a housekeeper slash helper to this old couple who lives in New Orleans, but it turns out this couple has something dark and sinister lying behind it, and also deals with voodoo and kind of witchcraft stuff, so it gets really creepy, and the plot twist is amazing. It's such a good movie. The next film I have to recommend is The Witch. The Witch basically takes place in old-timey Salem, like way back when the witch trials were happening, and we get to see this family live outside of Salem, or near it, like outside the main town, and how their daughter starts becoming a witch and strange things starts happening. So basically that. It's kind of like a slow burn horror movie. If you like the really old, creepy ones, you'll love this, so I really recommend it. The next movie is kind of similar, and which is Gretel and Hansel, A Grimm Fairy Tale. This is the one more based on the Grimm Fairy Tale. Brothers Grimm is more dark and scary, and is old-timey, like takes place during the Salem Witch Trials era kind of situation. So they basically find the house, meet the witch, and creepy stuff really starts happening. I don't want to describe too much about this because it will spoil it, but it's really cool. I really like this. Last but not least recommendation is The Autopsy of Jane Doe. The Autopsy of Jane Doe is about this mysterious body that ends up at father and son's mortician place, and they're trying to figure out how she died, and also has something to do with Salem, Massachusetts as a location or something more. That's all I say about this movie because it is really cool and awesome and totally scary. Excuse me. So those are all the witch films I'll be recommending today. All the films will be in the description box down below. And also other spooky things will be at the end screen somewhere right here. And all that fun stuff will be over there. And I'll probably be making more Halloween videos soon. I have some from previous years and some from this year about to be coming out soon. So I hope you guys enjoy these movies and check them out. So this is pretty much it for my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content, whatever it is, I don't know. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Have a spooktacular Halloween, and goodbye, Darklings.